Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm your host, John the Bod, aka the Bod Father. And as always, I bring you guys awesome interviews. And today it is an honor and privilege to have the vocalist and guitarist, Mr. Jacob Cade, on the show with us this evening. He has a new EP that is getting ready to come out called Hunger EP. And he has a new single from the EP called What's Your Problem? Exactly, what's your problem, guys? And which he wrote this with Rachel Bolin from Skid Row. That's pretty awesome. And plus, he's getting ready to go on tour with the mighty Boba Flex. So, Jacob, how's it going?
It's going very, very well, man. I appreciate that amazing intro, man. That was very humbling to hear. But yeah, it's very exciting stuff coming up. We're about to go on tour. Been in rehearsal for the last few days, grinding out the set with Jonah and Corey, who are from LA, that are going to come on this tour with me and experience this awesome adventure. And I'm super excited. I cannot wait to play the first show on Friday, actually, in Pittsburgh is when we started off. So can't wait.
Jacob, what's impressed you or excited you the most about making the EP Hunger? What's caught your eye about it the most, if anything?
Well, I mean, above all, just the learning experience, working with all these amazing and talented, successful musicians that I've looked up to for, my whole musician life. It was just, that being able to learn from them and pick their brain and kind of find out what works and what doesn't and what's the right way to do it, what's the wrong way to do it, and if there is a right or wrong way to do it, kind of putting myself, finding my place, with all these people, it was extremely awesome. And not let alone, coming out with an amazing record that, I'm very happy with. And I know a lot of people have been giving it some really positive feedback, which I couldn't be more grateful for. So I guess between all of that and just having probably the most fun I've ever had in my life, it's been an awesome ride.
Folks, I want to break this down a little bit. Jacob's a young guy. How old are you, Jacob? What's your age now?
I'm actually 19.
So there you go. Think about this. 19 years old, fulfilling his, dream of making music, touring, and everything like that, and getting the first taste of this. But upon that, though, having all of these legendary musicians and artists that help him, dude, that's got to be great in one hand, but in the other, so overwhelming that it must be 1,000 miles an hour for you right now.
Yes, you have no idea, man. Life, for the past couple months, has just kind of been bang, 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 bang out of nowhere, and it's crazy, and trying to find things that kind of settle you down a little bit and bring you back to square one every once in a while. But yeah, it's been hectic, and it's been above all, super fun. And I'm, don't get me wrong, I'm very, very, very thankful for everything that's happened. And I'm, just a surreal thing that's going on, but it's great.
I thought this is really cool. How was working with a legendary producer, Michael Wagner, who's worked with, Metallica, Dokken, King's X? How was working with him?
Oh, it was incredible. That guy's a genius. And I say that as an understatement, man. It was very, very nice of him to kind of take me under his wing and really teach me everything that I wanted to know about recording a good album, and of the stuff that he did prior, and of what we're trying to do with this record that we were doing at the time. And just being so cool to me. He welcomed me with very open arms and showed me a lot. I can definitely tell you I'm a changed musician from working with him.
Did he push you hard at this at all, or did he just kind of let you go, then step in and give us critiqueness? Or let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, well, Michael definitely pushed me hard. He really wanted to get the best performance out of me that he possibly could. And, he wanted to exude all the talents that I had at that time and put it into this one record that, people would hear first. It's kind of the opening to whatever my career is going to be. And so he knew that I had that mindset of, let's do it. I want to learn. I want to, do the best I can. I'm into it. And he really took that and just did the best he could to bring it all out of me. And I'm so thankful that he was like that. You know, I definitely work better with people that can be, you know, a bit harsh, you know, and tell the truth and what exactly they think and all that. And definitely, you know, help me out with, you know, introducing me to a bunch of awesome artists and being so great with connecting me in the music world and, it, you know, kind of bringing me into a new light that way. Amazing.
And it's cool to have a legendary producer, too, to help you on your first EP/album, to, I guess, you know, to make it more comfortable for you to learn under somebody like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I definitely knew I was in the right place. I know I'm in the right place right now.
Yeah.
You know, with the type of record that we set out to do, the team that we put together, you know, well, the team that kind of ended up working on the whole thing was just, you know, it was inevitable that we were going to come out with in-your-face, kick-ass record. And, you know, those people being Rachel Bolan, Lizzie Hale, Joe Hottinger, Paul Taylor, and Brent. Brent Fitz actually played on the record. The previous names I mentioned, I co-wrote with them on all this, on most of the songs. Paul Taylor actually played keyboards as well. But yeah, great experiences.
Any songs off the EP Hunger that stand out more to you than any on it as of right now? I know these are like kind of your babies, but and what led you guys to choose this single, What's Your Problem? What was all this about? Let's talk about that.
Well, we really felt that the song had a very catchy thing to it, and also, you know, it had that attitude that we wanted to exude from it. It was really just that one song everyone heard, and it was like, wow, that's rock and roll. And it's got its own identity, you know, which all the songs do. This record's pretty diverse, but it definitely just was one of those songs you got a good feeling about, and we definitely went for it with it, and going to be more thankful with the feedback that it's been getting.
Are there any songs off the EP Hunger that stand out more to you than any at all, possibly, other than this one?
Ah, man, they're all so you know, near and dear to me, but I definitely, you know, say the one that I really enjoy playing when I enjoy playing live and, you know, with the guys is Icky Nicky that I wrote with Lizzie and Joe. That is just a very fun song to play. It's got an awesome groove. The lyrics are insane. Just, you know, having Lizzie, you know, help me write lyrics on this song is just outrageous. She's got such a knack for writing those words that just kind of roll off the tongue and mean so much. So it's a very fun song to play.
Now, I know you're young, but how much growth musically have you seen yourself go through this experience to the release of this EP?
Man, I can tell you I'm definitely an all-around changed musician. Guitar player, singer especially, songwriter especially. I learned so much. It was like a whole other world that I was being, you know, unveiled to, and it just really broadened my mind and opened up this new way of thinking for me, you know, this new way of thinking about music and performing and everything, the career that and what it takes, you know, to be in this. Definitely was, you know, I learned so many things that I never thought I would ever learn, which was amazing, man.
Jacob, what do you hope the fans take away from this EP once they start to listen to it, or just any of your music in general?
Well, I hope the fans take away something, you know, when they listen to the songs. I hope they can attach to them, you know. All these songs are based off of personal experiences that I've had and, you know, personal thoughts that I had, and just it's my life, it's my being inside these songs. So I hope, you know, people can listen to them and relate to them and connect, and I also hope that when they listen to them, they get a little bit fired up, or, you know, it can make their day a little bit better every time they listen to it.
What can fans expect at a show coming up here soon that have not got to see you yet live from you? What can they expect, man? What are they going to get when they come to see you?
Well, I can guarantee you they're going to get an in-your-face rock and roll show that is, you know, going to be, it'll make your jaw drop, I'll tell you that. With being, you know, in these rehearsals for a while now, I'm super excited to go play this for you guys. I mean, the show is great, and you know, if you're into rock and roll, into guitar, into some awesome vocals and you're into having a good time, it's a place to be for you, man. Definitely.
I know you're used to social media. I am too these days, but do you prefer the digital era of recording albums and plus social media? Do you like this that we're in right now to get music out quicker and to get fans to say, hey, look at this guy, or listen to this guy's music now?
Well, that's an interesting question. I thought about this a lot, and people have asked me, my friends have asked me, honestly, everyone gives it a hard time. Everyone says it makes it so much harder to be, to break as a musician, and it makes it, so much more saturated and all that stuff. But honestly, it makes it, think about being in a world where you only had 4 tracks to record on. And if you, messed up a take, you had to actually cut tape and put it back together.
Right.
Think about how tedious and time consuming it was to record a record. Even if you had talent, it still took forever. And, maybe that limited a lot of things, maybe it, forced people to kind of get pigeonholed maybe. And now in this day and age, it seems like everything is it's just a massive world. Everything is at your fingertips, and it makes it more on you to use all these tools and make it your own kind of thing, and see what you can come up with that's different from what everyone else is able to come up with. It makes it more challenging, which is kind of like, makes it more of a accomplishment, I guess, when you come up with something that no one else has heard before that's, also good and musical and awesome, And I feel like, if I was meant to live in the past and meant to live in those days without all this stuff, I would have. I feel like I'm in the right place, and I'm not going to complain about it. I think we just use what we're given, and we get to where we're going one way or another.
Yeah, you're so right, man. Just imagine if you were living back in the 70s, 80s, when you actually, if you didn't have a recording studio, you had to rent space for a recording studio. So you had to take photos of the sliders on the mixer, to make sure when you come back in the next day, this is where it was set. I mean, a lot of work, and you're right, dude. If you messed up on a track, you're going to have to cut that tape and go back and redo it. That's that's a lot of damn work.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. And hey, even then, musicians had their own things to worry about, and they made it work. So it's, just, we all have our own battles, and in this day and age, the battle is the ease.
Support-wise, is there a country or region that stands out more, surprises you, that you actually get support from that area maybe right now?
Actually, I have been very surprised to see that I have some fans in Brazil and Mexico and even Paris. Wow. Which is crazy to me, and it's awesome, if they're listening. Big shout out to you guys, because it's amazing to, they've reached out to me, and I've talked to the fans out there, and I can't wait till I'm able to go play a show for you guys, and it's super cool. Very surprising, but an honor.
In your own opinion, man, what does Jacob Cade bring to the table for music that's not out there as of right now, possibly?
Well, I could tell you we bring a very organic sound. Everything is being played. No tracks. It's all there. It's all, raw and what you see. And it's, getting back to the roots of rock and roll, but adding a bit of a modern twist, from the music that I'm into, considering R&B and guys like Bruno Mars, Justin Timberlake, Michael Jackson, trying to mold those two worlds together. I'm definitely not done trying to do that, but I feel like this is a good start for me.
What made you want to become a musician? What was that spark, Jacob, for you that said, yeah, that's what I want to do?
One event made me definitely want to be a musician, and that's when I saw Song Remains the Same by Led Zeppelin, and Jimmy Page was playing guitar, and I lost my mind, and I said, that's exactly what I wanted to do. That's exactly what I want to do, and, that was it from there.
So the $1 million question, which I'm pretty sure you're going to say the last band here, but if you could work with any musician or that's passed away or a band that you'd like to get together that's broken up or just, called it quits for a while, for a couple of days to work with, who would it be possibly?
Well, it actually kind of happened, the whole Guns N' Roses thing. So that was great. Got to see that show, which is another surreal thing. As far as, I guess what I could do now is I would definitely love to see Michael Jackson play, I would love to see a Michael Jackson show, and I would love to see that in real life. Michael Jackson changed my life forever, and still to this day changes my life every time I hear his music, because it's so endless, of the groundbreaking things that he did, that it's just like there's no stopping him. Even now, he's not even with us, and he's still, blows musicians' minds daily, I feel like. As far as someone I would love to work with, I would definitely love to work with Slash. He's my guy. He's one of those musicians that if he's doing it, I want to try and do it too, and also Bruno Mars and Justin Timberlake. I would love to work with those guys.
Jacob, how can folks stay in touch with you, buy some merchandise, tour dates, things like that, this new EP, Hunger? How can they do that, man?
You can definitely do that by going on all my social medias, and that's all under Jacob Cade Rocks. Once again, that's Jacob Cade Rocks, and we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Music is on Spotify. Music is on iTunes. We got a new single out, which is available for download. You can get that on my website. You can also look at the visualization video, which is on YouTube. And you can get merchandise on my website, jacobcadeproject.com. Once again, jacobcadeproject.com. We got everything there. So definitely, visit. And I am all there, if you want to send me a message on any of those social media sites, I will definitely be getting back to you as soon as I can.
Jacob, before I let you go, would you care to do a promo for the show?
Yeah, for sure. I will do a promo for the show. How's it going, guys? This is Jacob Cade here, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour radio show.
Everybody stick around. We got some great music coming up, and you only hear these interviews right here on BODS Mayhem Hour and Uber City Radio. Thanks, Jacob.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate being here.